lovely parents, welcome back to my channel, Parenting&More, where I help parents navigate the intentional parenting journey with research-based solutions and tips from personal experiences. My name is Kojirat, and I believe little kids can do great things if nurtured correctly. I am also helping kids learn to read in English efficiently. So if you have kids from age 2 upward that you want them to learn how to read, you may want to sign up for my program, the Not Too Young to Read program. This program will require 20 minutes or less of you teaching your kids how to read every day. And in record time, you will achieve the result you desire. So today we are going to talk about a very important topic which one of you, my viewers, have requested for, and that is how to solve sibling rivalry. I mean, how to avoid it, how to prevent it, how to resolve it, ultimately, how to foster love between siblings. Now, before we get into the details of that, I want to remind you to please like this video, leave a comment, and share it to other parents. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Now, without much further ado, let's get into the topic for today. How to foster love between siblings, how to avoid, prevent, or resolve sibling rivalry. Now, we all know that sibling rivalry is a common issue in many households. But fear not, because I got you. I'm going to share simple solutions with you to help you create a loving and harmonious environment for your little ones. Now, we're going to divide this into two categories, that is the do's and don'ts, right? Now, the don't first. Don't surprise the older sibling. So you have a child in the house and you're expecting another one on the way. What you want to do is carry the older child along from conception, okay? By the time you're pregnant in 4 months, 5 months, your belly is already getting stronger, the baby is growing bigger, and you're certain there is not going to be a miscarriage, right? I think after 3 months, doctors are certain that, the miscarriage period are over, except, God forbid, you have a preterm, yes? But miscarriage is already over at this time. So it is safe to announce your pregnancy to your older child or family members at this time, right? The first don't is you don't want to surprise your older child. So you have a little one in the house and you're expecting a baby. You're pregnant. You don't want to wait the whole 9 months and then you bring a baby into the house and surprise, you have a little family member. That is going to create an instant resentment, okay? Like, what? Wait, what do you mean? Who is a stranger that's going to be a part of our family, coming to share everything with me? The parents' love, affection, and time, my toys, my home. Oh no, so that is going to create immediate resentment. So what you want to do instead is carry the older child along. Okay, so around that time you want to announce to your older child that, my darling, mommy is pregnant, excitedly, so that you can keep the child excited too. Mommy is pregnant, and that means, of course, they don't know what that means. You're going to go on to explain what it means. And that means we're going to have another family member. And as a family, we love and take care of each other. So we are all going to love and take care of this child growing in mommy's tummy. After a few months, the baby will continue growing in mommy's tummy. And when it grows bigger, my tummy can no longer contain it. Doctor and nurses will help mommy bring the baby out and will bring the baby home to be part of our family. Now, the baby hears the information but doesn't know what to do with it. So you're going to go on to set expectations, okay? So as a family, we're going to love and care for this baby because it's going to be a tiny little kitty baby that is totally dependent on us. We're going to teach the baby how our family runs, how we love each other, how we take care of each other. And when the baby grows enough, like about your age, the baby will begin to love and care for us as a family member too. All right, so you want to set that expectation. So baby expects, okay, there is something going on in mommy's tummy, and when that thing comes out, it's going to be part of our family, and we're going to love and take care of this child, right? And from then on, you continue to carry the child along, maybe every morning, every evening. Oh, your little baby sister just kicked now. That is our way of saying good morning to you, my lovely brother or lovely sister, and things like that, You want to keep them engaged and expectant and loving the baby already, right? So you do not want to just bring a surprise to the house for them. That is the one don't. Now the second don't blame the baby. Like, never blame the baby as the reason you are not attending to your older child. Okay, we all know that when a new baby arrives in the home, is a bit challenging. Even though you carry them along in the pregnancy and everything, what that prevents is immediate resentment. Okay, but it's still going to be challenging for them. It's still going to be a challenging time for them to adjust to the older sibling, right? To adjust to the situation of having to share the affection, because they didn't quite imagine that. Yes, they're expecting that I will love this person and take care of them, right? And but they did not expect that, okay, this child is going to come and steal everything away from you, or almost everything. So you have to ensure that you are not fueling that feeling of, oh, this child has come to suddenly have to share parent attention and all of that, right? You have to give them time to adjust to the new family dynamics. So never blame the baby for the reason you cannot attend to the older child's need. Okay, it is essential to handle this transition with care and sensitivity. Okay, so to eliminate sibling rivalry, you want to make sure that you do not blame the new baby. So for instance, you carry the baby and your older child wants a hug or something, you can carry the child here and still go on to give them a hug. Or if you're changing baby's diaper and your older child is needing your attention, you can say, oh my darling, I'll be with you in a minute. We need to change the baby's diaper. Even though your older child is not going to exactly do anything in diaper changing, but you need to involve them, okay? You can say, oh, bring the wet wipes, bring the diaper while you do that, okay? They feel like, okay, I'm still a part of the family. I'm not being left out, okay? You want to avoid creating the feeling of resentment and jealousy, because when you fuel the idea of, oh, this child is now more important, of course I know that it's not more important, but the older child will feel like this because this little baby is more dependent and is more attention and all of that. But your elder child doesn't know that. The elder sibling doesn't know that, okay? So you don't want them to associate the younger sibling with negative emotions. Okay, that is going to lead to a strained relationship. Instead, we need to find ways to make older child feel included. Okay, we need to find ways to make older child included and valued during this time. You want to make them feel like, oh, they are important, which of course they are, but you need to take extra steps to make sure that they feel like that. Now, if you have followed the 2 steps, if you follow the first 2 don't, you have just eliminated the immediate resentment and unspoken negative emotion that is attached to having a younger sibling with the older child. Okay, so as they grow along together, despite that you have taught them love, okay, because when you follow the first 2 don'ts, your older sibling is going to love the younger one, all right? That is correct. And when your older sibling loves the younger one is going to grow to learn that, oh, my sibling loves me, and they're going to reciprocate. They are just kids. They give back what you give to them, all right? Now, that's been as it may that they love each other, they're still going to experience conflicts. This is where, well, the first 2 also, a lot of parents get it wrong. But then this is the major one that can break or mar their relationship long time. Okay, is being a referee. So you want to avoid becoming their referee when they have conflict. So whether you follow the first 2 steps or you don't, conflicts are going to arise. Now they're going to have more conflicts if the other 2 are not addressed. Okay, though those 2 I have mentioned, the 2 don'ts. If you have done them, that means you have approached this wrongly. And you're going to be having more conflicts because they're going to be hitting on each other, fighting over many things and all of that, right? But you can still try to correct that now by doing this, by not being a referee. Okay, so The strategy is to prevent the one effective strategy to prevent or minimize sibling rivalry is to refrain from assuming the role of a referee when they come in conflict. Okay, when you assess the situation, you hear from this, you do not just judge and say, you are wrong, now say sorry to your brother or your sister. Don't force an apology. Don't referee them when they engage in fight or disagreement. I know it is very difficult and challenging because you want to be like, oh no, I know this is the person that is wrong and should apologize to his brother or sister. You think that is how you're making peace and making them love each other by forcing apology? No. You want to treat conflicts impartially. Okay? When conflicts arise, don't even try to hear from this and hear from that immediately when emotions are running wild, okay? Whoever you think is wrong thinks is right. Whoever they've been wronged knows that they've been wronged, right? So if you start shifting blame immediately, you cause resentment, okay? So you want to approach this with neutrality and fairness. Avoid taking sides, all right? Now, what I do personally is this, and I'm going to share this with you so I don't create favorism with my children. All right, now this is what I do. This one is crying, this one is angry, okay, because they're fighting over a particular toy. Now my older sibling doesn't mind sharing his toy with a sister all the time, but there are some times that he just wants to maintain his right, okay. Now the other sister is used to always getting what she wants, so she's making a fuss because brother doesn't want to share at this time, so she's trying to drag the toy, and the brother is angry and yank the toy off, and then she's crying and the brother is angry. This is what I do while all of that is happening. I don't go in there and say, okay, so what happened, so who won the toys and everything. Go in there and say, I see this toy is creating a problem between two lovely siblings, so what are we going to do? We're going to take away whatever that is causing problem between two siblings. So the toy, mommy have to take it until we can find a peaceful agreement on how to approach the toy, right? So mommy will take this away while we calm down. When we calm down, we talk about this and have it resolved, right? Because you see, children, even adults, when we are feeling emotions, and it doesn't matter the emotions, when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're angry, when you're hurt, your ability to reason rationally diminishes. Now for children, it's almost completely disappeared. Like they cannot reason, they cannot take time to know that, oh, I am wrong, oh, this is the right thing I should do now, that their emotions are running wild, the emotion is at the highest, and that's why the conflict is arising in the first place, right? So what you want to do in that instance is don't try to judge anything, just stop the conflict, just put an immediate stop to it and allow both of them time to cool off. All right, so after I've taken the toy out, I say, okay, so when everybody's calmed down, we talk about this, okay? If you need a hug, come on, both of them at the same time. No, oh, you're wrong, you're right, and you're the older brother, give the toy to her, which many parents do, right? You force the elder one to share with the younger one because you want to try to make the elder one love the younger one and all of that, and you're creating more resentment, more jealousy, and so just stop. Don't referee. Don't be the judge. Don't ever judge them, okay? Not especially when they're still in that heated emotion. So I hug both of them and say, okay, calm down, I love you, I know you're hungry, I'm sorry you're angry, I kiss you. You're hurt, I'm crying. That is, if she get hurt or not, say, oh, you're hurt, you're crying, I know you're hurt, you really want to play with that toy, but your brother is not ready to share now, sorry. Allow both of them to calm down while you lovingly and pat both of them. They see you, they see what you're doing, they say, oh, mommy's not partial, mommy loves both of us together. Okay, so after both of them have calmed down, that the emotion is totally over, that's when you now want to revisit what just happened. So you go over to them separately, one after the other, right? So you go to one and say, I noticed what happened there. What do you think happened? And then the child tells you again, say, you think you were right yanking your toy off her like that? Oh yes, because it's mine and I don't want to share, blah blah blah. Okay, good. You don't want to share. So if we're angry that somebody wants to share our thing, yanking it off like that is what we should do, especially to the sister that you love so much. Okay, no, I shouldn't have done like that. I should have just told her nicely. Yes, and when you told her nicely and she still wanted the toy, you will let her have it and come and complain to mommy, and mommy will get it for you. All right? That's what we do. So now that you know you have done something wrong, you will go to her and apologize. Okay? Don't you think so? Say yes. Okay, so we go over. And then you call the other one too. I see you wanted your brother's toy and he was not ready to share. You know we don't fight or cry over what doesn't belong to us, right? Right? So you should not do that again next time. Should you? No, I will not do that again. Okay, good. So you fought over what is not yours. That was wrong. So you want to apologize to your brother? Yeah. Okay. So come. Now put both of them together. Brother, do you have something you want to say to your sister? Oh, I'm sorry. I fought with you over my toy. I should not have yanked it like that. Okay, that's right. I'm sorry too that I was trying to fight with you over your toy. That wasn't right. I should not do that. I'll not do that again. Okay, that's good. So you see, you're teaching them how to resolve their conflicts. Yes, they're little. You're going to have to meddle like this, okay? But as they grow older, you'll be doing less and less of that. They will learn that, okay, when they're arguing or they're having conflict, they have to pull apart for the emotion to go down and then reason about what have happened, or whatever that has happened, and know if they are at fault or not, and they come back to apologize to the person. And you treat them how to apologize effectively. That is, you apologize and say what you know you have done wrong, so that if the other person is wrong, is angry for the wrong reason, they can tell you, oh no, that's not what you should be sorry about. This is what I'm angry over. Effective communication you are teaching. So you want to settle their conflict. You want to teach them to settle their own conflicts, not you being the referee. That's what we're trying to say essentially. When there is a conflict, one person cannot 100% be right and the other person is 100% wrong, right? So whatever little percent this other person is wrong about, make them apologize for it. Whatever 95% or whatever percent this one is wrong about, make sure they both apologize to each other and communicate how they are wrong the other person. So you have to avoid showing favoritism towards one child over the other, regardless of the circumstances. And you do not want to just be the one to say, hey, you are wrong and you are right, now apologize. You don't want to force apology. You don't want to force them to share their things, okay? You want to teach them how to resolve conflict amicably. Now, that also brings us to the point of don't compare, avoid comparison. As parents, it's only natural to compare our children's achievements or behaviors even. Yes, I know I talk with my friends or even family and I compare my children's behavior. This one is like this one is like that. I make sure I don't do it with their ears. So if you must do it, don't do it with their earrings. You don't want to do that. But it is better if you don't do it at all, okay? It is difficult. It is natural for us to want to do that, okay? But doing that can fuel rivalry and resentment, okay? Because they begin to hear how the other person is better than them and they continue to, silently resent and jealous of the other one, okay? So instead, you want to focus on praising their individual accomplishments and highlighting their strength. This will help them to develop a healthy self-esteem and foster a supportive sibling dynamic, okay? Also, your sibling did something that is smart. Instead of saying, oh, this is the smart one or whatever, you say, oh my goodness, that was nice. Turn to the other one and say, don't you think that was nice? This is awesome. But when you do that, you have to always look out for the other things. Okay, so this one is really good academically. Maybe he's doing well in one area. Look for one area that the other one is doing well too. Okay, and make the other siblings say, wow, to that too. Oh, this is great. Aye, this is nice and everything, right? You have to look out for what they're both good in and celebrate it, and invite the other child to celebrate the other one, invite this one to celebrate this other one, so that it doesn't seem like you are praising one child over the other all the time. Okay, so each child has their own unique qualities and strengths. We have to understand that no child is alike, so you cannot always compare them and say this one is like this one is like this one is like this one is like this. Okay, so you see something that is really great in this one, celebrate it and invite the other siblings to celebrate too, and look for something that this person is very good at and celebrate it too. Okay, so by focusing on their individual achievements and celebrating their successes, we are fostering a positive environment where everybody feels celebrated and competition is not present, because you're not trying to say, the competition is not present or is minimized. All right, because you're not trying to say, oh, this one is good in math, but this one is not good in math. No. Oh, Andres is really great with mathematics. Pilar, don't you think so? Andres is really good. Look at that. He did this, and then you are like that. And Pilar is also very good with English. She can reach all of this. They're not seeing themselves as competition. They would learn to celebrate each other's achievement, because you're not saying, oh, Andres is very good at English, but Pilar is not very good at. Andres is very good at in maths. Andres is very good in maths. He did it very good. But Pilar is not so good in maths. You're already comparing, direct comparison, instead of actually highlighting this on its own, and everybody celebrates him, and then you highlight this and everybody celebrates her. You get? So don't bring this one is good at this, but this doesn't good at it, but this is not good at that. Do you understand the point? You want to praise and celebrate your kids on what they're good at, or what they achieve, or on their achievements and all of that. But do not forget to find something to celebrate in the other siblings. That's what I'm saying in essence. So do not compare them based on somebody else's strength. So someone, one is strong, can carry this. Oh my goodness, she's very strong. And you are the boy, look at your sister is doing this, you cannot do it. Wait, this is very common with us parents. You cannot see how your sibling is doing, or even cousin, or even friends. Okay, don't compare your child. You're harming their self-esteem, and they're going to be resenting that person you're comparing them to. Okay, so when you see something good in the other person, celebrate it, so that you teach your children that it's good to celebrate good things, but that no matter how good somebody else is, there is some good in them too. And that's it. Simple as that. Okay, so that brings us to the final don'ts, and then we are entering into the do's. Okay, so the first do is just buttressing the first don't. Okay, be deliberate from the onset. Deliberate from the onset, or be deliberate of not creating sibling rivalry. So you want to carry your older sibling along from pregnancy to birth. That is the first do. Okay, from pregnancy to birth and beyond. You have to be deliberate in all of this. Okay, be deliberate in how you talk to this one, how you talk to that one, no comparing and all of that. Okay, now the second is you want to foster a sense of togetherness. Okay, you want to encourage your children to spend quality time with each other, maybe by playing games together, by reading together, brushing their teeth at the same time, engaging in activities that they both enjoy, watching together. Okay, play seesaw together. Now I'll tell you this, my children are attending different schools and they are far apart. So to encourage them doing things together, because when we get home, it's always one thing or the other. They don't get to spend quality time together on the weekdays, except on weekends. So I have to go and pick the sister first, earlier than our closing time, to take her to the brother's school so that they can play seesaw and climbing and all of that together, in the brother's school. So, you want to be deliberate about this. There is I can give excuse and say, oh, we are always busy in the house doing this here and there, here and there and there. But I want them to do something together other than sitting down together to watch, because yes, they always spend time to watch together. But doing some other activities that they enjoy. So that is me being deliberate about this, okay? So by creating shared experience, as they grow older, you want to just give them experience to, build on, the love, foster it, and, friendship between your kids and everything. So if there is one time that I'm running late and I don't do that, the brother will ask, mommy, where's my sister? Why didn't you take me? I said, well, see, I was very late. The sister's school is very close to the house, like just 2 minutes walk, I'm there. But the East school is a bit farther away. So when I'm very late, I just go here, bring the kid home, and then go there to, get him. So that, we can go on with the other things. So you want to create, you want to encourage them spending quality time together, cooking together, playing together, and all of that, okay? You want to involve them in tasks that concerns the little baby for when the baby is little. Like I said previously in the don't, like fetching a diaper for your sibling, singing the lullaby to the baby when he's crying. My son is very good at taking care of his sister because of how deliberate I was when I was having this baby. As a matter of fact, some people, including my mother, has told me at the time that it seems that I love my older child, that is my boy, than the little girl, because of how deliberate I was in giving him attention during that time. So you want to not blame the baby for not giving your older child attention. You have to be deliberate about it. Give the older child attention and the love. If you can, that it will not even notice the difference from when the little baby is here and is not, is better for you. So you want to really, really put effort into giving the same time, the energy, the attention, the love that you used to give to them before the younger one, before the baby comes, okay? You want to give them equal attention and quality time. Ensure that you spend quality time with each of your children individually. Now, I know that might sound like, oh, I don't have the time, I'm always busy. You encourage them to spend time together. You have to deliberately spend time with each of them separately, even if it's not more than 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, okay? Giving each of them your undivided attention for that 5 minutes, for that 10 minutes, okay? Engage in activities that cater to their unique interest and need, okay? So of course you can play with both of them together, but then strive to have time with each of the kids daily, 3 times a week, once a week, with just this child, okay? This demonstrates that you love and appreciate each child equally, gives you insight into each child specific needs and area of interest and communication. There are things that they want to tell you or whatever, okay? Fair division of resources. You have to be mindful of distributing your resources too, okay? Such as toys, the privileges and responsibilities. I tell you this, my children are 5 and 3, and it's just very easy for me to call on the 5-year-old to do this for me, do that for me, do this for me. And just few days ago, he had to ask me, because this is very unlike me. I like to be fair with everything. Oh, mommy, why am I the only one you're always calling to do this and do that and do that? You never call Pillar. Okay, so he's already feeling like the responsibility is only shifting to me. Why is it not on her too? You see? And then beyond that, you want to create an environment where your children can tell you anything and everything, because you see, that was what helped me then. As much as I was intentional about fair distribution of resources, okay, their toys, their responsibilities, their privileges and everything, I didn't realize how much I was already shifting more responsibilities to her because he is older. And then he find it too, easy to talk to me because I've created an environment where he can say anything that is bothering him. That is one. Okay, I didn't note that as a separate point in this video, but I'm glad that I remember to mention this. You want to intentionally create an environment in your home where your children can tell you anything that is bothering them, or anything at all. Okay, that way there is no hidden resentment or jealousy within them that would go unresolved, and just escalate into hatred and all that. So I am glad that that has been sorted in my home, and it was able to bring my attention to that. And I said, oh really, I didn't realize that, I'm sorry. But what happened is, you are older and she's much little. There is very little she can do. Like, she cannot carry the breakable plates and stuff. That's why I will say, Andres, please help me with this. Andres, help me with that. But thank you, Bob, for bringing my attention to that. I'll do better. All right, I'll do better. So when I call Andres to please help me with a plate, I say, but Pilar can take the spot. You see, Pilar, please bring my phone and all of that. You see, so when Andres mops the house, I could ask Pilar to squeeze the mop, because we use this auto squeeze bucket. She just push it down and it squeezes itself. Yes, so I try to now make him know that I take steps to correct what he complains about. Okay. So that's that about it. You want to make sure that you're very fair in, buying things for them, the privileges that they have, the responsibilities you give to them. You want to distribute things fairly among them. Okay. Encourage togetherness by also buying things that will be commonly used between them, but also encourage individuality by giving them things that belong to each other, and that would help them learn boundaries. Okay, like the toy that I talk about, they will know that this is mine. I can share it if I want to, and I do not have to share it if I don't want to. You understand the point? Okay, so those are the kind of things we do. Avoid giving preferential treatment to one over the other, regardless of their age. Okay. Constantly allowing one child to take advantage over the other. Like, I remember one time when I was younger, I think I was in secondary school, so right, I washed my clothes and hang them on the line to dry. My brother went there and pushed all the things, squeeze them all together in one set to spread his own clothes. And when I came out and said, why did you do like that? And he's like, in Yoruba, he says, kinimo jeg mo efun ti mi ba le fi yan eje. That's like, okay, why am I your older sibling if I cannot if I cannot somebody borrow me the word. Why am I your older sibling if I cannot cheat you with it? Something like that. Like, if I cannot override you with being older, So, that is something that has been encouraged in his mind, and he felt it was fair to treat me like that. All right. Of course, I complained about that to our parents, and that was addressed and all of that. But the fact that he could think about that in the first place was really wrong, because it is not only in that line that it would have been doing that, or that it would have done that. It could be more, in more other ways. But that was one thing that I always remember. Until now, I'll just remember and laugh, even with him. I said, do you remember this time you said things like this? That was really silly. How could you think because you're an older sibling, you can cheat me out or treat me unfairly, So yeah, you want to avoid this kind of thing, okay? You don't want to make one child feel like, because I'm younger, I have this privilege over my elder sibling, or because I'm older, I have this privilege over my elder sibling. I was talking with some people the other day about gentle parenting, and they go on and on about how they beat their younger child for the elder one, because the elder one is gentle and the younger one is very kind of radical, strong-willed, and always fighting with the older sibling that doesn't want to fight back. So they will step in and beat the older child. Please, what do you think that is creating? You will not always be with them. So you are already creating hatred between your children by yourself. So we don't want to do that. Now, we have some parents that it is the other way too. They'll beat the older child for the younger one. We don't want to do that. So please, let's be guided. So like I said, you want to encourage togetherness. You want to encourage sharing and cooperation, to promote sense of equality. You can do that by having a common items for them, many common items for them that they know, oh, this thing is for us to share. That way they learn to cooperate. You can give them common responsibility. That way they learn to, they learn sharing and cooperation. But don't also forget to encourage and promote individuality by giving them their individual things, so they have sense of identity, sense of individuality, like this is mine, I don't want to share it, I don't have to share it. Oh, this belongs to us and we have to cooperate and find a way to use it together. That helps them learn this, and as they grow older they learn to work together in cooperation. So spending quality time with each of the child, like I mentioned before, okay, it helps strengthen the bond between the parent and the child, and reduces any sense of feeling of neglect on the child's part too, okay? And it also encourage and help you to understand and know more about each child. Now, you want to spend one-on-one time with them, even if it's 15 minutes, 5 minutes or less, okay? You want to do that. It is really important. And then you want to encourage your children. You encourage open communication. All right, you want to encourage your children to express their feelings and concerns directly to each other, like I mentioned in the don't, okay, where how I help my kids or teach them to resolve their conflicts. Okay, I help them realize that they are the ones that is hurt, not me saying you're wrong, you have to apologize. No. Okay, I point them to what they did wrong, help them understand how they're wrong, and have them realize it themselves. Oh yes, I was wrong that I did this. Okay, so what do you want to do about it? Don't you think you should apologize to your sister? Say yes, I want to apologize. It comes from within them. Okay. And then during the apology, they just say, I'm sorry. You have to say, I'm sorry that I did this, that was wrong, and this is how I will do next time, or this is what we'll do going forward. So you want to help them express how they feel, okay, their concerns directly to each other. So after you apologize and say what you did that is wrong to the other person, and the other person says the same thing, and now you tell the person, okay, in this situation, this is what I would want you to do next time, and the person can do the same to you. Okay, you did this and your apology is accepted, but then I don't want you to do this next time, or this is what I want you to do next time. Okay, your apology is accepted, but then this is what I want you to do next time, so that we don't have this kind of problem, So they express their feelings and concerns directly to each other. That is very crucial. Okay, so you want to teach them how to do this by pricking their brain into that direction, not like forcing them to do like this, do like that. Because we parents can be very forceful sometimes. This is not one of those places where you can be forceful. You want to encourage them, let it come from themselves. Okay, that's why I'm using encouraging, teaching a lot. It is crucial to teach each children, it is crucial to teach your children effective communication skills, such as listening and using I. Okay, so you listen to the other person carefully and you say, I'm sorry, I did this, I want you to do this next time. So they will learn to express their feelings without resorting to aggression. But you do this to me. No, it was the one that did this. Oh, no. When that emotion is up, they're angry, they learn to separate away, to go cool off. When the feeling is off, they come back to express their feelings and concerns amicably. So you're teaching them effective communication. They might not exactly know what you're teaching them now, but you continue not being their referee, teaching them how to communicate like this. Essentially, they would understand that, okay, when we have conflict, the first thing is you can give them those words too. So when you're taking away whatever that's causing conflict, okay, say, anything that cause conflicts between lovely siblings, that thing has to go away. So give this to me, and now you go cool off. After that, we'll come and talk about this responsibly. Okay? And then you can offer them the hug individually if they need it. One here, or if they're more, you can hug them like this all together and let them cool off, or they go sit down in their calm down corners and cool off. And after that, you go to them one by one to make them, think about what they have done wrong, understand that they were wrong and ready to apologize. Okay, you go to them separately, and then they come together to express their feelings in your presence and, resolve that. So when you continue to guide them through this process, through the steps, eventually they will know, okay, this is the steps involved in resolving conflict, and they will continue to do that on their own. That's one very good thing about being intentional in parenting. What you do consistently will pay off. They'll start doing it on their own without you having to even remind them. Okay, and then you will start resolving less conflicts with them. You will just see that they resolve their own conflict. Okay, nice. There's one very sweet thing I love about being intentional in parenting. Okay, so you teach them to express their feelings and resolve their conflicts in a healthy manner. And that way, they learn to understand each other's perspective and respect it. They learn to understand each other's perspective and understand each other's boundaries. Okay, fostering a stronger bond. So say, oh, that's how you see it. Oh, I didn't see it like that. That's why I was angry. Okay, those are your boundaries. You want me to seek permission before I touch your toys. But I think that you usually don't mind that I take it. That's why I took it without your permission. I'm sorry. I will not do that again. Every time I want to use your thing, I would ask you, stuff like that. So they will understand each other's perspective and respect each other's boundaries. And that is going to give stronger bond and trust. Because, I can leave my thing here. Oh, I know my sister is not going to touch it without asking me. So knowing that and trusting each other, understanding each other, respecting each other's boundary will create less conflict. That doesn't mean they're not going to have conflict at all. But will bring about less conflict. And when any conflict do arise, they will learn to listen to each other, effectively, and communicate effectively to resolve their conflicts without aggression and in an healthy manner. That's it. Now, don't forget to lead by example. Remember, children look up to us as role model. So when you have conflicts with your child, how do you resolve it? When you have conflict with your partner, how do you resolve it? When you have conflict with your friends, your colleagues, your neighbors, how do you resolve it? Your children are looking at this and they're going to be learning from that. So you have to show them how to resolve conflicts peacefully, communicate effectively, and demonstrate love and respect, towards one another. It is not enough to just be guiding your children to do the right thing and then you're doing whatever. It's not going to work. They're going to be doing whatever they see you do. So after not doing all of that, we talk all of the don'ts we talk about, and then you are doing all of the do's we talk about. You have to remember to lead by example. You want to set good example, because your actions speak louder than your words. So be the positive influence they need, Model healthy conflict and resolution and communication skills. All right, you want to model it. You have to be intentional about all these things, Your interactions with them, with each of them, your interaction with your spouse, with each of them, your children, right? Your interaction with your spouse, interaction with other family members, interaction with your neighbors, with your friends, with your colleagues, all of that is showing your children how you expect them to behave or how it is normal to behave regardless of what you say. So you want to match what you do in conflict resolution with what you say to your kids, Show them how to handle disagreements calmly, responsibly, respectfully, and without resorting to raising your voice and aggression and, all of that. So when you're angry with your child, when you're in conflict with your child, you say, leave that place now or I'll give you a dirty slap. They're going to do that with your sister. You're going to do that with their brother. If you're in conflict or having an argument with your spouse, you say, don't talk to me like that. I don't like that nonsense. They will do that. Am I the one you're talking to? Are you crazy? I'll give you the beating of your life now. Yes, they're listening. Okay, they're listening. They're seeing you. They will do that to each other. Okay, so there you have it, folks. Those are the valuable tips I have for you to avoid sibling rivalries and promote love between siblings. Remember, to build a strong sibling bond takes time. Okay, and it involves you creating a home environment that fosters love, respect for each other, and it takes time and effort to build all of that if you have not done it from the scratch, like I have explained. All right, but the reward are immeasurable, so you can begin to work on that right now. Don't think that it is too late. Even if your children, the siblings are fighting every day, when you start taking the right approach, the first fight they have, start doing the no referee thing. Teach them effective communication and all of the things we have talked about, okay? And you start seeing how a loving and supportive environment for your little ones to strive in would be what you have. All right, so don't forget, if you find this video helpful or interesting, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and share with other parents. If you have not subscribed, please do that. Remember to share with other people to subscribe to. Thank you, and bye.